Hello? Anyone? Where am I? Really? I'm free Monday. Is there someone? Hello? Hey? Hello? Strange. I was sure I heard someone calling. But it could be just the echo of my voice. I don't remember getting here. Yeah, I have a feeling I have been here for a long time. Could this be? I was sure I saw some maybe shadow. Reflection on the ice. I beg your pardon? Hello? Hello, sir. Hello? Excuse me, but I think I'm lost. Could you please inform me what this is, what the name of this location? Well, I'm telling you, I knew it myself, but I seem to find myself here with no idea of how I arrived. Quite extraordinary. Extraordinary indeed. My case is the same. But, sir, you... do I know you? I have the feeling that I've seen you before, somewhere. No, I don't think so. No. Really? Absolutely. You must be mistaking me with someone else. No, I'm sure I saw you somewhere. I never forget a face, even if I in some cases pretend to. I have a photographic memory, you see. Yeah, no, I know. I may not have seen you in person, but perhaps in a photograph or a painting. What do you do? Are you by any chance? No, I'm most certainly not. I didn't even finish the sentence. Well, I'm not. Strindberg! August Strindberg! The famous Swedish playwright. Yes, I knew it. The hair, and of course, those eyes. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ibsen, Henrik Ibsen. Oh, I see. I suppose I need to recognize too. Hard not to. You've been a shadow over all the initial part of my career. It was impossible to get rid of your influence. And even now, how the people that I meet in this desolate place? Well, there's no need to take it personally. My obsession with you has cost me my marriage, my children, my fortune, my career. And I am to blame for other people's obsessions. That's new to me. Well, but anyway, you are surely exaggerating. I, for my part, hold no grudges against you, and you know more. It came to my ears that you had a painting of mine over your desk, and that you once said, "I can't write a line without a madman staring down at you with those crazy eyes." A madman? You said it. Oh yes. But that's how I recognized it. The eyes. I wouldn't forget those eyes, even if I live 200 years. But where are we? This place looks a bit like my native Norway, I would say.
Norway? Norway? You must be kidding. It's certainly Sweden. More precisely, it's an island in the Stockholm archipelago. I don't know. I lived once in an island very much like this one. Or perhaps a bit lively.
Well, it looks like Norway too.
You lived so many years away from your own country, you hardly remember it. It's an island in the Stockholm archipelago, I'm sure. Or at least its image.
Its image? I don't know what you mean. But it's strange that there's no one here. And the birds. Do you hear the birds?
Which birds?
Precisely, there is no sound of birds whatsoever. No evidence of any animal life. Of any animal life. It's just snow and ice. Where the hell are we?
You know, Swedenborg says...
Swedenborg says, you and your Swedenborg.
Swedenborg says that hell is a state of mind that we carry inside us, and that its appearance may even change according to our mental states. It can even resemble places where we have been before. So I would say that in reality, we are neither in Sweden nor in Norway, but just in hell.
How dreadful. Do you think so?
Well, where else could we be? I mean, obviously we died a long time ago.
Did we? We didn't we? Come to think of it, I had the feeling that a long time has passed. And since we never met in life...
Correct. In life. This is not life.
But you're quite sure that we are dead?
We certainly must be.
How long have we been there?
Either a century or a few minutes.
Yeah. Yes. It feels like both.
Perhaps in hell, each minute lasts a century.
But why hell? Why are you always so negative? It could be heaven. I see no reason why that I should go to hell. And besides, isn't hell supposed to be at least a bit warmer? I don't see any fire around here.
Now that you mention, I suppose it could be purgatory too.
Purgatory? But strange. As we are here alone, I didn't see anyone except you. Hell, heaven, or purgatory, that should be thousands of other souls here. And yet, I wish there was a simpler explanation for all this.
Let's do the following. You go this way, and I'll go that way. And if we find anyone else around here, or perhaps a way out, we call each other. And then we can return to this place in about 15 minutes. What do you say?
Yes, I suppose. But how will we count the time? I don't have my watch. Oh, never mind. Well, you were right about one thing. This seems to be an island. A small desert island at that. Look, there's a tree trunk and some rocks where we can rest. Let's sit, just for a while. Suddenly I feel so tired. Outstanding dream. I
just had an extraordinary dream.
well,
Wait, let me finish. You see, I saw not only all my life as a flash in my mind's eye, but also beyond it, into the realms of a time much further ahead. And in that dream, I saw a multitude of changes and terrifying events, and among them, the evolution of the cinematography, which seems to have progressed into something that allows not just image and color, but also sound. And there was this cinematography director, a certain Bergman or Borgman, and he seems to have achieved great notoriety. And he said that I have been the greatest influence on his work, the most original dramatist of all times. And all people around him, many among them who were great sages and writers, they all seem to agree. Oh, he also mentioned something about having directed a couple of your plays, but that you weren't really that great influence.
Well, that's very strange, because I also had an outstanding dream where I saw all my life and even further beyond it. And I saw wars and revolutions and flying machines. And in my dream, a circle of the most excellent literary critics of all time had a meeting together, including a certain Harold Bloom, or Bloom. All of them agreed that I was the greatest playwright in the world since William Shakespeare.
Well, you know, dreams can be quite absurd.
I think they did mention you too, but as some sort of curiosity or historical footnote.
Well, look, I wouldn't say that your plays did not touch upon the great social issues of our time, and that's why they became popular, but perhaps that was exactly the problem, you see? too much discussion about social issues which perhaps are not so relevant in the long term.
Social issues? Social issues. I deal with the human condition.
Don't we all? Det är synd om människorna.
Det är synd om människorna.
But can't you agree at least that the Doll's House made a big deal about feminism and human rights? It had a great influence, but mostly because of that, the political background creates a shadow of the characters and make them lose their individuality. And at least my Miss Julie, with all its defects, it presents men and women and the eternal battle of the sexes in a more stark light, not so obscured by the social and political idealization of the time. Women's rights.
A few critics also made a big deal of your supposed misogyny.
Misogyny? What does it even mean? I have been accused of being a misogynist, but I have loved many women. I have been married 3 times. I have been a father. Whoever accuses me of misogyny is a blockhead.
I've been accused of being a radical feminist, yet I have been married to the same woman in a traditional marriage for all my life.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, we are talking about your plays here. And, you know,
I see. Now, you wrote Miss Julie as a sort of response to my Doll's House. And your father was, in many ways, a response to my ghosts. But then, of course, my Hedda Gabler might have been my own unconscious response to your Miss Julie, or some other work. Who knows? You seem to have been battling each other in life through our work. It must be also fight each other in death.
Well, there's no need to feel sorry about it. I'm just offering some constructive criticism. Nobody's perfect. I like your brand and your Peer Gynt, for instance.
You say my plays were misunderstood. But aren't we all always misunderstood? See, my own favorite, personal favorite play, the work I felt was most important, my crowning achievement, was Emperor and the Galilean. A play that was completely ignored by both public and critics at the time. I might as well be completely ignored and even forgotten now.
You may have a point. The same happens to me. My own dream play was my favorite work, and yet it was rarely produced in my lifetime. And for all I know, it's rarely produced even now. And also,
look, are we going to keep comparing notes about our plays? Shouldn't we be looking for a way out instead?
Is there one? We seem to just walk in circles the other time.
There is the sea. The whole sea. We could build a boat.
Oh, yes, I forgot you are a master builder, right?
Very, very fun.
Well, but of course, humor was never your strength, was it?
There's no point in joking about serious things. We just can't wait here for who knows how many centuries. Building a boat is at least a practical idea.
Practical? I don't know if you know this, but it's not water right now, it's ice. The sea is all frozen. Perhaps you're unaware, but water passes from the liquid to the solid state when it reaches 0 degrees. Believe me, I know, I studied chemistry my time.
If by chemistry you mean your crazy experiment with alchemy in Paris, but you're here.
Solen såg jag, så mig syntes, som jag skådat den fördolde sina verk, var människan njuter, sällar de goda övar, för din vredesgärning som du övat, gör ej bot mot ondska. Högnaden du har bedrövat, med din godhet är båtnad. Ingen fruktar som mig illa, gott är meningslös vara.
She's exactly like my Elida in The Lady from the Sea.
The voice, the muse, I mean, but where is she going?
Let's follow her. Miss, wait!
Solen såg som ej syntes, som jag skådat den förbundne.
She's gone. When I'm dreaming off, suddenly disappeared. Vanished as if into air.
The earth has bubbles as the water has in the ear of the magnet. That's one thing to do.
Why the hell am I here?
Well, if it's hell, then it's obviously a punishment.
It's not heaven, surely. But it need not to be hell.
Perhaps the test.
A test. A test of what?
Perhaps we are being watched.
You think so? I don't see anyone.
I mean, from above.
It's a bit funny. We seem to keep competing and fighting against each other in life now and then. But perhaps we have more things in common than we think. We're both from Scandinavia, yet we both seem to have a certain ambiguity towards it. I left Norway disappointed with its political and cultural scene and lived in exile most of my life, in Italy and Germany, only returned to my country at the end of my life. And yet almost all of my works are about Norway.
Yeah, I wrote a satirical novel laughing at the tension of artists, politicians, and philosophers in my native Stockholm, and I also became disgusted and I left and lived away from it in many other cities in the continent for almost 20 years, and I only returned it to Stockholm in my old age. And yet, most of my writings are in one way or another about my country and about my city.
I was thinking about the place of yours, The Stronger. I admit that it's one of the best short plays ever written. Now, in that play, who would you say is the stronger?
You, the greatest dramatist in Shakespeare, asked me? I thought it was pretty clear. This is left for the spectator to decide.
But perhaps it's the same in our case.
Only there are no spectators here. Or perhaps only one. I once had a dream, which I narrated in my blue book. Plato describes a scene from the beyond, when a dead man arrives by boat on the other side of the Black River. On the beach stands his former acquaintance, relative and friends. Now all accounts must be settled, and the newcomer may not disembark until all his enemies have forgiven. In the silence of loneliness, I saw myself getting off the boat and recognizing a friend from my youth, who became an enemy and never wanted to forgive me for something that I had no cause. He's standing there on the beach, threatening me, and he does not know that I'm sure, but I don't explain myself.
And then, go on.
We never managed to arrive at an agreement. I blamed him, and he blamed me, and we keep going on in this eternal war, and I never able to disembark.
I sense a certain motive here.
From the other side of the grave, there were a judge appointed to arrange disputes. Men do never come to an end. Life is such a tissue of lies, errors, misunderstanding, of deaths, demands, that the balancing becomes impossible. I know men who have been lied about their whole lives true. I know one who was branded with the stigma of a seducer, although he has never seduced anyone, but seduced himself. I know of an uncommon truthful man who had a reputation of being a liar. I know an honorable man who passed for a thief. I know sincerely religious men who were called hypocrites and men who professed to be atheists who sang penitential psalms when they were nervous in the dark. The confusion of life creates a problem too complicated for any judge to solve. Only the crucified could do it with a simple saying which addresses the penitent thief. today thou shalt be with me in paradise.
How did the dream conclude?
We stopped at the bars, which were just based on vanity or pride, and just came to see ourselves as anonymous Christians with disagreements that they had no importance in the larger scheme of things. Then the boat takes to land, we shake hands, and he helps to the shore. We embrace and we talk about other things, and we pass. Neither of us remembered anymore. Always gone.
Sounds like a sensible ending.
A boat, and it's coming towards us. Look!
I told you a boat could cross this ocean. Look, its solidity was an illusion. It's just a crust of thin, very thin ice.
It's coming ashore. And now it's stopped over there. I think they're waiting for us. Let's go, come.
Wait, did you hear?
Yes.
Again.
Again. I hear about the boat. The boat is not waiting for us.
Yes, but let's go. Who knows when the next ship will come? Where will it take us?
Another hell, another heaven, another island.
Right, we shall see soon enough.
You know, Strindberg says...
Oh, enough with your spirit anymore. Let's go.
Som jag skådat den förlåten, sina verk var människan ute. Sällar och goda övar, för din fredes gärning som dödat, drev ondska. Hugnaden du har bedrövat,